used for spraying, yeah, in the agriculture paddy fields, yeah. Yeah, so this is used for spraying pesticides and insecticides and micronutrients. This is carrying, it can carry around 16 liters of micronutrients, yeah, and it can, spray for an acre for in around 8 minutes, yeah. And what will happen is, again, we are trying to use AI here using hyperspectral and multispectral, where we are able to take a view of the paddy fields and ensure that we are able to gather the analysis and ensure that we are able to produce higher yields. This will help the farmers. Yeah. So this is where we are trying to see. And also for students, we try to teach them using these kind of small drones, how to fly a drone, yeah, and the technology behind the drones. So we have these kind of things, and you can see here, this is the flight controller. Yeah, again, a lot of things are changing in this domain because we don't have standards yet. So because it's getting developed as we go. Yeah, so a lot of things are yet to be there in terms of this, because even delivery of Amazon, Flipkart will be using these kind of drones in the future. Right now we see it only at the weddings for taking photos and all the videos as well. But there are other areas where this will be used as well, and agriculture is one of them. Yeah, where this will be having an impact. And as I told you, yeah, using drones, we will see drone taxis coming into the future. Yeah. So the other thing that I'll show you in our R&D department is called a humanoid robot. Yeah. What you have is basically, this is the robot that we have developed, which is called Alton. Yeah. This is, again, everything is 3D printed. You can see inside of the robot, because students can study the boards that is there. They can program it and make it do different functions. All of the components that you see in white and this orange is all 3D printed in-house, so that even students can print it using a 3D printer and learn how to make a robot, make an arm, how to make it move, see the motors, see the controllers, and also ensure that they can play around with the screens and things like that. So this is something that we provide to schools and colleges to ensure that people are getting into robots, and we encourage them to do a lot of projects using these kind of humanoid robots. Yeah. But this is, again, a sandbot, which is basically, yeah, it can talk. It can be like a personal assistant to you, ensure that it can do a lot of features in terms of, being like a personal assistant, looking at your appointments, calendars, and ensuring that it can also give an inaugurational speech. So a lot of event management companies use this to ensure that they are taking it for inaugurations and things like that. Yeah. So again, quickly, because of the lack of time, I'll just quickly show you around in terms of, what we can do with arms. Yeah. So these are industrial arms, which these are used for educational purposes. You can see that we can print these kind of things. The headers can be different. You can have a header called suction for the suction pump. You can have grippers to grip things. So these are the things that is used in manufacturing and production industries. So we teach students on how to do these kind of things. We can have even a laser engraving, and we can print these kind of things as well. Yeah, we can make the computer draw even for the school purposes and things like that. In terms of, this is a heart it has drawn. You can see that it has drawn a few things in terms of Merry Christmas and the logo of Inker and a robot as well. So you can make it programmable to do a lot of different things, very similar to what it is used in a production or an automobile industry. So most of the car manufacturing is done using these kind of arms, where it can lift the door, fix it precisely, and ensure everything is done in a precise, accurate manner. So what we have done is we have asked students at our place as well to develop these kind of things using 3D printers and ensuring that the motors and servers, which is replicating to what you saw there. So this is also what we teach students. And mainly I wanted to show you about the 3D printer. So this is the 3D printer where we can produce these kind of images with these kind of designs as well. The house is fully 3D printed using this. As you saw in the video, this is one of the Delta printers where it can print things for you using these kind of materials. Similarly, similar printers are available for food printing, for construction industries and things like that as well. Yeah. we can also use IoTs. Like this is a project that we have done for agriculture purposes, where using these kind of IoT sensors, the soil and the moisture content can be done, and water can be supplied to the irrigation purposes. Yeah, and so these are things that can help for people in different areas. So I'm just showing you the projects that we have done. So these are also projects where like we are trying to do a prosthetic arm where it mimics what we want to do. So it's yeah, it's not connected right now, and these are the things that we have for gas detection and things like that. Yeah, gas leakage detection sensors and things like that, where students have done few projects. So just wanted to showcase that things to you, yeah, so that you understand, how we can use robotics and AI and other emerging technologies to ensure that we are able to manufacture or make products that is going to help us in ensuring that we are able to improve our lives using these kind of technologies. Yeah. So thank you. That's it from my side. Yeah. If there's any questions, I can answer it.